The night in the mountain village was silent and cold. Outside, the freezing wind whispered through the narrow streets, shaking the old wooden fences and carrying snow across the empty roads. Inside a small broken house with cracked walls, a weak kerosene lamp flickered softly, barely lighting the dark room. At the old wooden table sat a young boy named Farid. He was doing his homework while rubbing his frozen hands together from time to time. His thin jacket could barely protect him from the winter cold that entered through the gaps in the walls. Across the room, his mother quietly sat near the stove, sewing an old scarf with tired hands. "Farid, my son, you'll hurt your eyes. Go to sleep," she said softly. Farid looked up and smiled warmly. "If I study well, one day I'll become rich and buy you a big warm house." His mother laughed quietly, though sadness hid behind her smile. "I don't need a big house," she whispered. "I only need you beside me." Farid stood up and slowly walked toward her. He sat near her feet and looked into the fire for a moment. "Mom, do you think Father will ever come back?" His mother's hands stopped for just a second. Pain crossed her eyes, but she quickly smiled again. "He will return someday, my son. A person can never truly forget his home. And what if he already forgot us?" She gently touched Farid's hair. "Then this home will still wait for him." Farid rested his head on her knees. "When I grow up, you'll never cry again." His mother looked at him with surprise. "Do I cry?" "Sometimes at night. I hear you." The woman quietly turned toward the window so he would not see the tears forming in her eyes. "It's only tiredness, my son." The next morning, Farid woke up before sunrise. The house was freezing cold. He quietly put on his old coat and went outside to collect firewood from the snowy hills nearby. When he returned, he heard his mother coughing badly near the stove. "Mom, are you sick?" She forced herself to smile. "I'm all right, Farid. Winter is just harsh this year." Farid sat beside her and held her cold hands tightly. "When I earn a lot of money, you'll never be sick again." His mother smiled weakly. "I don't need money, Farid." "Then what do you need?" She looked deeply into his eyes. "I just want you to remain kind, no matter what happens in life." Farid hugged her tightly. At that moment, he still didn't know these simple moments would soon become the most precious memories of his entire life. Days passed. The cold grew stronger. The wind howled between the houses like it was mourning someone's fate. His mother coughed more often now. Every night Farid woke up hearing her quiet pain behind the thin curtain that separated their beds. But every time he asked, she answered the same way. "Go back to sleep, my son. Everything is fine." Even though nothing was fine anymore. One evening, Farid returned home from school and saw his mother sitting beside the dark window wrapped in an old blanket. The kerosene lamp was not burning. "Why didn't you light the lamp?" he asked. "I wanted to save fuel," she answered with a tired smile. Farid quietly pulled a small piece of bread from his pocket. "I didn't eat lunch at school today. This is for you." His mother looked at the bread and immediately understood. "You lied to your teacher again, didn't you?" Farid lowered his eyes. "I didn't want you to stay hungry." Slowly, she broke the bread into 2 pieces. "We always share everything together. Remember?" Farid tried hard not to cry. "Mom, why is life so difficult for us?" She stayed silent for a long time before answering softly. "Sometimes life tests good people more than others. And when will things become easier?" She smiled gently, though pain filled her eyes. "When you learn not to lose your heart even during the darkest days." That night Farid could not sleep. He heard his mother coughing again and again behind the curtain. Finally, he quietly stood up and walked toward her bed. "Mom, why are you awake? Can I sleep beside you tonight?" She moved slightly and covered him with the blanket. Farid held her tightly like a small child. "When I was little, you used to say that nothing bad could happen while you were Adam." His mother softly kissed his forehead. "And I still say that now. Promise?" She closed her eyes for a moment. "I promise." But her voice trembled as if even she no longer believed those words. The next morning, Farid woke up before his mother. That was unusual. She always woke up first. "Mom." Slowly, she opened her eyes. Her face was pale. Her breathing was heavy and weak. For the first time in his life, Farid felt real fear. "I'll come back quickly, all right? I'll find a doctor." His mother suddenly grabbed his hand weakly. "Don't go too far. I'll be fast." "Farid." He turned around. "What is it?" She looked at him as if trying to memorize his face forever. "If one day I'm gone, don't stay alone. Promise me. Don't say that. You'll get better." A tear slowly rolled down her cheek. But Farid still didn't understand that this would be their last real conversation. That same day, he ran to the city searching for work. He carried heavy sacks at the market, washed dirty cars in freezing water, unloaded wooden boxes from trucks, all just to buy medicine for his mother. Every evening he returned home exhausted, but he still tried to smile. "Look, Mom. I almost have enough money now." She gently stroked his hair. "You became an adult far too early, my son." 2 weeks later, Farid finally bought the medicine. That day he ran home through the snow-covered road, holding the small package tightly against his chest. "Mom will survive. She has to survive." But when he reached the house, the front door was slightly open. Several neighbors stood silently outside. Farid's heart suddenly tightened. Slowly, he stepped into the room. His mother was lying peacefully on the bed as if she were only sleeping. A faint smile rested on her face. But she was no longer breathing. The medicine slipped from Farid's hands and shattered across the floor. He fell beside the bed, grabbed her cold hands, and cried through broken sobs. "Mom, I wasn't late. I brought the medicine." But no answer came. That night, snow quietly fell outside the window. Farid sat alone against the wall, holding his mother's old scarf close to his chest. And for the first time in his life, he understood how terrifying silence could truly be.